Feeding baby well when there is no time to cook. I would love to be that mom that only ever gives her baby homemade from scratch meals and food, but that is just not my reality right now. This is obviously going to vary just a little bit depending on how old your baby is. Peas are a really good example. So I keep a big bag of frozen peas, thank you Costco, in my freezer. And so when my baby was just starting on solid food, I would heat up the peas, heat up some breast milk, and put that in the food processor to make just a really quick, easy baby food. Now, this is also if you have extra breast milk to use. I know that that's not always a thing. You could just use water. The breast milk makes it more easily digested and it gets a little bit more calories in there if that's something that you're worried about. Nowadays, my toddler is almost 1.5, and so I can just heat up some peas and give them right to him. I also don't use a microwave at all, ever. I don't even have a microwave. I heat up water in my tea kettle and I let the peas sit in boiling water for a little while, then strain them and they're good to go. Looking at the ingredients is huge, so just make sure there's nothing funky in there, nothing in there that doesn't need to be in there, just food in there. Just make sure it's ingredients that you recognize and no preservatives and other additives like that. So pasta sauce is another one that my baby would just eat straight pasta sauce. He loved it. And I would make sure this was good quality pasta sauce that didn't have any weird things in it. Now that he's older, he loves pasta. I make brown rice pasta where the ingredients are only brown rice and water, or brown rice flour and water. It's very minimal, very good ingredients. And so I will boil some noodles for him and put some pasta sauce on there, and he is so happy. When it comes to applesauce, first of all, I only buy organic applesauce because apples are on the Dirty Dozen list. If you don't know what that is, that's another video. Look at the ingredients, because even in applesauce, all that needs to be in there is apples. But depending on the brand, there can be some weird things in there that I would put back on the shelf. Now getting to a little bit more processed food is like the baby food purees. I like the brand Pumpkin Tree Peter Rabbit Organics because the ingredients are only organic fruit or vegetable purees and organic lemon juice concentrate. Serenity Kids is also a brand that has baby food puree pouches. I personally have not bought these. They have meat in them, like pureed meat, and I really wish the meat was organic, but they are a nice option. Serenity Kids does have puffs, but they have ingredients like dicalcium phosphate, calcium carbonate. These just aren't things I like to see in the ingredient list for my child, so I'm not going to buy it specifically for him when I see these ingredients. There's also a brand called Lesser Evil that makes these puffs. They call paleo puffs. I bought them for myself, but my toddler had his eyes on it and insisted that he had one, and I checked the ingredients and I was actually okay with him having that. Catalina Crunch is also something that I've purchased for myself, and that's another thing that I did not plan on giving to my toddler, but he had his eyes on it and insisted that he have some, so I did let him have some of that. You can find all of this stuff and all this information in my blog post from this week, which you can find linked in my bio, and so you can find direct links to everything that I've talked about. Couple other things that I do make a lot for my toddler is scrambled eggs and, well, peanut butter. I don't make that, but the peanut butter that I buy, I do make sure that the only ingredients are peanuts and sea salt.